little bit of TvT for us here. Let's do this. To the top left-hand side of the map, our teal Terran player is going to be Natural, taking down Scarlet in the semi-finals. As to the upper right, our purple Terran player is the one and only ByuN. Again, how's everyone doing today? Welcome to the stream. Don't forget, hit that follow button if you haven't already to see when we're live with more content from the Team League, the Douyu Star Masters, Fan Cup, and all sorts. So, hit that follow button, see when we go live again in the future, and keep up to date with what's going on. So, to kick things off in this TvT, we're actually going to see two very different openings. We're going to see out of Natural the Reaper expansion. We're going to see out of ByuN what is most likely going to be a Reaper Hellion play, already a second Reaper queued up here. So Reaper Hellion against Reaper Expand is very much still going to come down to sort of the control and the defense of Natural. He's going to have to make sure to not sort of overcommit in this game. You know, he's going to have to make sure that he doesn't sort of get himself into a position where he you know, wants to make sure he doesn't get into a position where he sort of ends up and you know, just sort of overcommits down his ramp. And it's all about patience, I think, when you sort of play against the Reaper Hellion opening with a fast expand, where you just have to make sure you've got enough before you go down that ramp and are able to push it away. So just going to be seeing this Reaper just coming up in towards the main, but just checking around to see where his opponent is. Doesn't see it just yet, and so he's going to start turning away. So we're going to see this Reaper actually going to come in, and well, that Reaper's actually pretty dead, which is actually a bit of a downer for Natural, because it means he's immediately down a unit here in this defense. We're going to have the second Marine from ByuN just coming out through the center. We're going to have a Reaper or two, a Reaper and a Hellion just coming out from ByuN as well, just going to head in towards the upper left-hand side of the map. So Reaper and Hellion just heading up towards the upper left, and I'm just going to have a little bit of a look to see what is going on here in the next couple of moments. Of course, obviously looking to apply some pressure too. Going to go for the Liberator off the starport, and we're going to see a tech lab onto that factory. Nothing on the barracks just yet, and we'll very soon drop the command center as well. So ByuN starts to set this up. Already a worker killed over here. There's a bunker on the high ground. Liberator going to make this interesting though, as we see, well, just Hellions on the way out actually from Natural, so no anti-air just yet. I mean, I guess a Viking will come out of this starport now, which is going to be very necessary, as we're going to see, ooh, ByuN actually getting caught in a little bit of a corner there. Not the best fights from him. Kills over Hellion, causes some Hellion though, and one of his other Hellions getting very, very damaged. As we're going to see another Hellion coming forward. That one Hellion from ByuN is just so low. Another grenade. He continues to control this location. We'll try and pick off another worker or so as he gets some damage done from the main base as well with the Liberator. So some good damage being done around. A couple of Marines coming in. He's going to have to reposition that Liberator if he wants to continue getting something done here. Love that. Good positioning now, and that Marine will bite the dust. You can see one more SCV going down as well. So good control so far by ByuN. And again, behind this, he takes his expansion, goes into a Cloak Banshee, and the Cyclone on the way up as well. So good stuff so far, as we see the couple of Reapers just coming in and continue to try and trade with these Marines and with the SCVs as well. Just in and out, and looks as though he's going to pick off one last Marine towards the end there. We're just going to be seeing the SCVs continue to just take a little bit of damage here and there. So Cyclone comes down. I think finally these Reapers will be actually turned away and sent back home. There we go, finally going down. But ByuN has killed off 9 workers, which is more than enough to make up for his slightly later command center. He's 10 workers up now overall. And again, the fact he's got Cloak Banshees coming across the map is very scary for Natural, because already, you know, almost immediately here, you're going to see the fact that he's going to pick up even more worker kills. You know, Natural isn't set up to really do damage himself. He's set up defensively for now. He is going into Cloak Banshee himself. But the reality is that ByuN is going to get that damage done first, and so he's going to keep himself in a worker lead as he comes in. I mean, there is a turret set up. There's a lot of lower health SCVs around that you can pick off. Even just a couple of Marines are going to be kind of painful to lose here. We're going to see just another SCV or two just going to be going down. There's another couple just falling here straight away. And just going to be seeing this Banshee continue to work his way against whatever he can. ByuN with no detection back at home himself, but because he comes into this main base, he does get the chance to see that his opponent has gone for this Cloak Banshee player of his own. So ByuN does see what's going on, and actually starts up his own Raven as he slows up this Banshee, and he'll just pop in here. He's going to go for an SCV kill or two. There's one. There's a second. Not quite. Wants to make sure he gets it without it going into the gas. So there we go. 3 kills. And again, this Banshee continued to do damage. ByuN with an 11 worker lead still in this game. First Banshee of the game from Natural coming across the map. We'll see what he can get up to in the next moment or two. Spots the bear. Cycling down to the low ground there as he comes back into the main base with this Banshee. Nice scan. There's one more Marine. The Natural finally cleans up that Banshee play. The Banshee from Natural now coming over to the right hand side is going to have a little bit of a think as to what sort of direction you might want to take this and what sort of direction you might want to go in from. The Cyclone over here of the Raven is just going to miss that Banshee, but turret very well placed to actually deny this straight away. And so this first Banshee not going to find anything just yet, and there's that Cyclone Raven combo. And I believe he doesn't get out of range there. And so the Banshee goes down. Natural getting completely shut down in the early stages of this game. So you're going to see Marines and Cyclone just working their way through these unbuildable rocks. Just working their way through this, and I mean, definitely still playing from behind. 10 workers down in army supply. Third CC starts to build from him. I mean, ByuN doesn't have a first CC because that's just not part of his game plan right now. He's planning to play aggressively, or somewhat aggressively off of 2 base. We already see him starting to move across the map. His stem and combat shields on the way, +1, well on the way as well. And these units just continuing to continue to come across the map, continue to join together. We're going to find a single Marine here, and already Natural going to be thinking, well, crap. I mean, how am I meant to hold this off? Cyclone going to lock onto a Marine for a moment at most. Quite literally a moment, and then unlocks almost straight away afterwards. There's one Viking Raven combo now moving out onto the map. See what they can get up to as that Cyclone actually going down. ByuN just holding the center, just feeling very confident right now, not afraid of anything. If something drops in his main base, he's got units here to protect it. He's got units in the center to hold. He's in a very comfortable position right now, very, not really kind of worried about anything. And as this stem and combat shields finishes, you have to imagine that his game plan is going to start to become kind of moving across the map and start to really apply some pressure onto Natural. I mean, he is still down without a third base compared to his opponent, but he's on 5 racks, so against this aggressive playstyle, and I mean, what dream situation for him, playing an aggressive playstyle against a player who's so late on the stem and combat shields. It gives you so much timing potential to get in there and get damage done while your opponent is significantly weaker than you. So, see how this goes. We just can see the units continue to move through the center here from ByuN. He's got that Raven as well. I mean, 1 or 2 auto turrets could definitely stoke a little bit of damage in an engagement. Might be what he's going for. Natural float his third CC out. That's a very dead third command center. If ByuN finds it, like a very dead third command center. I mean, there's absolutely nothing you could do to protect that right now. Very weird drop. A tank and 3 Marines moving onto the map as well. I mean, everything from ByuN just joins up, and well, this natural expansion is very bare as we see a couple of drops coming in towards this main base. You know, only a few Marines in the tank here, and ByuN going to take actually a little bit of damage, plus his SCVs in. He's still got Marines here as well, though he stims, and well, actually ByuN going to clean this up very easily as he stims straight on in towards the Natural of his opponent, takes down the tank. The SCVs will start to drop. He'll go straight into the production line, and well, I mean, he's cleaned up back at home. He's cleaned up at home. He'll do damage over here, and so Natural is just going to have to GG out of. As we kick off into this, let's introduce us a couple of players. Game 2 of this best of 5. The bottom left hand side, our blue Terran player is going to be ByuN. Up 1 game, as you would expect. He is one of the gods of the Douyu Star Masters. Is very rarely lost in the Douyu Star Masters. Just, in general, pretty good. To the right, our red Terran player is going to be Natural. Down a game, bit of an underdog, took down Scarlet in the semis, had a pretty good run for himself, took down T'Pol, then Ayasunu, then Scarlet, was the first time he dropped a map. Now he's playing against ByuN. Can he put up a bit of a fight? Can he come up with something here in the next few minutes? See racks coming down here from Natural, just going to be popping that in, and we're just going to be seeing this SDV from ByuN starting to come across towards the upper right hand side, just a scout here early on. It looks as though we're going to have Natural playing the aggressor. ByuN does like to just Reaper expand on this map, play very standard, just expand and just react to what his opponent's doing, and you know, deflect all of the aggression and so on. Whereas Natural, well, Natural is obviously going to be the aggressor this game, so he is going to turn up the heat and gas first into a very fast second gas. What exactly is this going to be? Reaper to start, which is very suggestive of kind of maybe a Reaper Hellion. It's definitely possible with this fast second gas. It allows him to basically go into this situation where he goes into like a Reaper and a factory very quickly. So we'll see how this goes. We're going to see that command center starting up now from ByuN in the Natural expansion. So just very standard stuff so far. Nothing really to nothing crazy just yet. I'm going to see this SCV from ByuN. Just going to move down towards the bottom left-hand side, and Natural just going to move up towards the upper right. So both players just back on the way with their scout and SCVs. They've picked up the information they want early. Natural has pretty much picked up that it's going to be an expansion with the lack of second gas there. And ByuN will of course have seen the opposite, seen the double gas, seen the factory coming down as well. Has a very good read on what this could be early on. Second Reaper, so again looking to be Reaper Hellion. And I mean, here's the difference. Let's see what the difference is. Last game it was ByuN who went Reaper Hellion against an expansion. He got damage done. Is this going to be the same for Natural? Is he going to get damage done with the Reaper Hellion? As ByuN was able to, as we see. Ooh, nice couple of shots from ByuN to begin with. Good defense with the Reaper to just start things off. Second Reaper starting to come across. That Reactor going to be finishing soon. Reactor a little bit greedy off of just one Marine. But for now, it is going to be okay. It's when that second Reaper pops up here where things can get a little bit troublesome. But he is starting to build a Hellion. He's actually going out on the map with his Reaper to maybe try and greet these Reapers out at the front, but bit of an interesting scenario. First Hellion coming across the map as well now from Natural, getting ready to go. And there's this one Reaper from ByuN again, just having a look to see what he can get up to as he continues to move around the map. So 2 Reapers and Hellion are going to be popping up here in just a moment, and having a little bit of a look to see what's going on. A couple of grenades go off. Hellion here from ByuN doing a little bit of damage, and a little bit of damage once again. And again. A little bit of back and forth here, and ByuN sits in a Reaper grenade, a little bit of a mistake, but he does pick off a Reaper. So it's actually going pretty well for ByuN so far. He actually has a health advantage on his Hellion. And his own Reaper across the map, going to have a little bit of a look to see what's going on. Another Reaper joins up over here. It's actually been a very fast tech lab, so Siege Tank already on the way out. Medevac too, and it's going to be continued harassment out of Natural. As he'll probably go for that tank evac drop here very soon. Reaper continue to trade as the Reapers and Hellion over here continue to do damage as well, but I'm still quite liking ByuN's position, continue to defend, and in this Reaper here, how many workers is he actually going to pick off? Just one so far. Probably not going to get a second in the end, but still, nice little bit of harassment just to be a little bit of a nuisance, a bit of a pain over to this side. So, a couple of Reapers and a Hellion here from Natural. Just again, having a little bit of a look to see what's going on. We're going to see this Cyclone is coming in, just going to be picking off another Reaper there. One more Reapers here still from Natural, just still just around, having a little bit of a look to see what's up and what's going on. Orbital Command morphing in on the Natural expansion and just seeing the Siege Tank can be finished up, loading into that Medevac. So we're starting to see this sort of, where's the other Siege Tank? Has it already gone across the map? Yes, it has. So you can see a little bit of aggression coming over here. Oh my god, the ByuN is actually already unloading Marines. And he's actually starting to chase down that Medevac. It's taking a lot of damage. Wow, that's going to be scary. I mean, does not want to lose that, especially with a tank inside. It's a very expensive loss to lose a tank and a Medevac. So ByuN gets off to a pretty good start there once again, as we see the Medevac just moving out. We see this another drop from Natural again, looking to get damage done. All said and done, ByuN though is sub 6 workers. He's building his third base in position compared to his opponent. ByuN feeling very confident right now in this game, as SCVs have to be pulled in though to deal with this attack, and so this is the way Natural can maybe tie up the game a little bit in terms of position. 35 to 33 now, but ByuN is also positioned to go for an attack here in the next moment. There's a tank coming back towards position though to try and help out, and well, immediately as soon as ByuN kind of takes some damage, he's ready to deal some more, and he puts himself right back into that position he was just in. The Siege Tank here is going to take some damage. He's going to lose a tank. It's going so well for ByuN. He's going to pick up some more SCVs here towards the very end. There's a few more workers going down, but that's now a 9-worker lead for him. So ByuN comes out of this having killed off a tank, killed off so much more as well. Wow, ByuN gets himself off to a pretty decent decent start in this game again. We hit the 6-minute marker, and it's ByuN who is currently in complete control of this game. Siege Tank pops out from Natural. You're going to see a couple of turrets being added on as well, and another Cloak just on the way up, and we're just going to be seeing a Banshee being added on, a couple extra racks coming into play. I'm just continuing to get set up here, as we're going to have these SCVs just continue to mine on this Orbital Command. And a few units just collecting together over here for ByuN. And the main base, again, third base landed in position already. There's a little bit of an advantage. He delayed this third base for a while with that drop before. So ByuN continuing to pick up the advantages here in game 2. Looking very, very good as we set up into this game. I'm just going to be seeing them couple of Vikings just kind of moving down the right-hand side. So just going to be seeing the couple of Vikings just again having a little bit of a look around, but Cloak Banshee now comes in from ByuN as a follow-up, and already picking up 3 kills here. Hellion picks off a Marine in the center. Nice little move back from ByuN, getting away just in time to force the scan out of his opponent. That's exactly what he will do. Forcing the scan now, just you know, Natural has to kind of kill that Banshee off then. So Yeah, I mean, what else is going on? Stim pack on the way up, some extra racks on the way down. We're going to be seeing a armory added on as well here from ByuN, so an armory being added. I'm just going to see a couple of tanks and Vikings actually coming down towards the center of the cycle. It might pick off a medevac here. At this rate, it will get a medevac. And Cloak Banshee in the center as well. There's actually maybe going to get another siege tank. Some siege tank can't lift into medevac. 2 tanks go down. ByuN, how do you do it? How is it every single time you do anything, it just goes so much better for you than it goes for anyone else ever? Crazy. 2 tanks just picked off with a Cyclone and a Banshee. Really, really sick. As this Banshee does no detection just yet. He's going to kill off his SCV. The turret's not going to go up yet. There's going to have to be a scan. And there is the scan. It's another scan forced. Great play by ByuN. Now 20 workers ahead. 13 army ahead. Up in upgrades. I mean, what does Natural actually have going for him? A slightly faster stim is the only thing I can really see here. I mean, even a slightly faster stim isn't too great against tanks. Combat shields would do a lot more work, as we see even here. Natural's going to lose this tank fight. Nothing goes Natural's way. He loses 1 tank, kills nothing. Medevac's going across the map too, and actually there's nothing in position at all for Natural to defend this back at home. And these tanks on siege, they're being repaired up. They're trying to get back into the game a little bit. We see a couple of Vikings from ByuN. Finally, there's going to be something going Natural's way. He still holds the air control. So he'll come in and he'll take down one of those Vikings, but here comes the drop, and I'm looking for units. I mean, there's a tank over in the 3rd base, but that's about it. There's a tank coming up this ramp as well, but ByuN doesn't actually have stim just yet. He will target down this tank quickly, though, and then lift and leave as he sees it being picked up, being relocated. So the tank's just going to relocate, and just going to be seeing a few more SCVs going down once again. So a few more SCVs going down. You just see a few Marines just unloading in towards the Natural expansion too. So a few more workers just going down. You're just going to be seeing the siege tank continuing to take damage here. So tank goes down, medevac goes down as well. But I mean, again, just how much damage has ByuN done? He's opened himself up now a 40 supply lead. It just never ends. This guy, he's a god of the Douyu Star Masters. He wins again and again and again. And yeah, I mean, that's about it. So he just keeps on winning, and I think it's kind of inevitable he's going to, when he makes it to the finals, you're like, well, he's got to win now, right? And I mean, he's going to go 2-0 without really breaking a sweat. You know, both of these games he's been very much so in control from start to finish. He's always been aware of what he's doing. He's never really had any issues. As soon as he gets stim back and so on here, he just starts to get ready to attack, and he's already fighting on in, pushing his opponent back, pushing these tanks back. The tanks start to fall. I mean, there's no combat shield still for his opponent. He's actually going to run out of Marines. But he still has a tank count to kind of hold position. As we're going to see a few Marines coming down. Actually, maybe a little bit of an overextension here from ByuN for the first time. We're just going to be seeing, actually, these tanks are going to do quite a bit in terms of cleaning up. So these tanks are doing quite a bit. He's going to actually unsiege them here at the end as we see a Viking lands. That gets taken down quickly. These SCVs starting to go down too. Another tank unloads on the high ground. As we see reinforcements coming across the map though. Again, ByuN is still very far ahead and continuing to push his advantage right now as he gets set to go into... Well, he's actually not going to push into that. He's going to drop in the main base, which is also a pretty smart move. These tags are out on their own. Going to try and get a position to siege up, but now that means Natural is out of position in his main. As this drop comes in, we're going to see that tank going down very quickly. And I mean, as he comes into position over here, we're going to see these tanks just continue to have a pretty good time. So, as again, ByuN just continue to put on the damage. His supply block Natural now. We see him with not just a 4th base, but a 5th base building and about to finish as well. Draw Marines in the main, in the Natural expansion. I mean, Natural just doesn't have anything. He's losing out on Marines over here. He's down an armor upgrade for now. He's actually about to be down an entire set of upgrades. And how many advantages can one person have in one single game of StarCraft? It is absolutely ridiculous. ByuN just going to back away. Just gonna give himself a moment or two just to recuperate, just get himself, you know, not really recover, but like, just get everything joined up together once again before he goes for another attack. I mean, you can just see that Natural is in so much trouble. I mean, you can look at any aspect of this game right now, and he's behind 2-2 against 1-1. He's got 34 workers against 74. He's got 2/3 the army supply of his opponent. He is just down 6 supply in general. He's got 3 bases against 5. I cannot pick out a single part of this game in which Natural is in any sort of a good position. He's losing medevacs with tanks inside before the fight even begins. It's not how this is going to go. Natural just completely outplayed here by ByuN, and ByuN is just so good. Stims into these tanks. He doesn't really care. I mean, he can trade so ineffectively right now. He knows how far ahead he is. It's an inefficient trade, but in the end, it's still enough to kind of put himself in a very good position. Won't end the game immediately. We'll still put him into a pretty good spot as we see. This tank is probably going to go down in a moment or two. Just seeing a little bit of a trade still going on over here. That medevac from Natural trying to do something over on this side of the map. But still just nothing too crazy happening at all right now. I mean, ByuN just going to sit here, see he's going to be pulled in. I mean, nice target fire in the tanks and the Marines just to make sure he gets the most out of this. Never said Marines stimming in for him, and now he'll drop his tanks back down once again. The tanks will fall again. SCVs are pulled in. Natural's just like, is there anything I can do to kill you? And ByuN, tripling his opponent's supply, is going to take game number 2 and put himself into a very solid position in this best of 5. One map away from $1,000 as the first place prize in today's Douyu monthly finals. Natural still trying to hang in here until the very end. Never scan, never tank falls. GG. ByuN takes a 2-0 advantage and looks safe through the maps. To the bottom right hand side, a red Terran player, guys. Let's see it. If you're going to be cheering on Natural. As to the upper left hand side, our blue Terran player. Probably the fan favourite. Looks as though he's going to win if he keeps up what he did in game number 1 and 2. ByuN. 2 racks opening from both. 2 racks Reaper opening from both here on Frozen Temple. Yeah, 2 racks Reaper opening. So let's see how this goes. I mean, it's a very good map for 2 racks Reapers because of all of this space around the main base which you can jump in and out of. Obviously, 2 racks Reaper on 2 racks Reaper makes things a little bit interesting. Will very much so come down to kind of the first engagement, to just general controls better. So, no offense to Natural, but my money is on ByuN here. I'm not gonna lie. Actually, that's a smart move by Natural, though. Gets that little bit of an attack onto the Reapers, so that the yeah, I mean, he gets an attack onto the Reapers, so that ByuN's Reapers is immediately at disadvantage in health. But second Reaper's coming out now, and both players just sort of sitting around here. Ooh, second Reaper right now for Natural is actually just going to go back up there, as is ByuN's. More Reapers on the way from both. ByuN starts up a factory, whereas it's an expansion from his opponent, so that's the difference between 1 gas and 2 gas, and the timers of the gas being taken here. ByuN going to be able to go into this factory and follow up with further aggression here in the very near future. We're just going to see Reaper from ByuN having a look to see what's going on. I'm just going to be seeing ByuN just popping out, just joining up with these Reapers here again. So Reapers just joined up together, 4 on 4 now. And yeah, it's going to be ByuN with that slightly faster factory, so he's going to have a Hellion join the fray pretty quickly, but will still a lot of it come down to kind of the engagements, the micro, and who can just control this little, this small army better in the upcoming skirmishes. As we do just see a single Reaper from ByuN trying to get some information, exact same from Natural. He wants to try and figure out, what is my opponent up to? What is he doing? What do I want to do in response to what my opponent's doing, So comes straight into the main base, sees the Reapers, and he's going to back away. Did you see the CC as well? Yes, he did. So good choice to back away. This Reaper going to be a bit more of a nuisance. I love what ByuN's doing, though. He's actually dragging his opponent's Reapers away out of position. Oh, these Reapers are in a lot of trouble right now. The Hellion and more Reapers just means that this is a fight which ByuN should straight up just win. He comes in here straight away. He gets hit by a grenade, though. But is it enough? Oh, it's a little bit interesting. He's actually still got more Reapers here as we see him coming back in. He's just got so many more Reapers. ByuN! Will someone just stop this guy from winning? Because I don't understand how you're meant to beat him. Like, what even is this? Like, this guy just wins everything. He's not losing a Reaper or anything. Grenades going down. SCV's being blown in the sky. He actually blows up his own Reapers there a little bit, but he's killed so many workers. That is game-ending damage. 10 worker lead. He's got the army supply lead too. He's got more Reapers building. He's got reinforcements coming across the map. A Liberator. I mean, news coming out here from his opponent just aren't going to be enough. This Hellion going to go down. The Reaper too. GG. ByuN takes the 3-0 just like that. Boom, boom, boom.